Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be going over a $600 budget PC build that I've been asked to do recently. So many people are looking to buy a computer for many different reasons, but if you're new to the process, it's probably a little bit scary to you, or you just don't want to deal with the hassle of it. I'm here to solve your problem. If I haven't proved to you that it's worth building a computer right now for any type of budget, well, here's another reason why. So if you're new to the channel and you like PC tech or hardware, make sure to hit that subscribe button because there's a lot of it here. Let's get right into it. So when we're dealing with a $600 budget PC build, we're getting more money for more features and just an overall better performing computer, obviously. So I decided to put that money in a Ryzen 3 3300X. You can look at all the spec sheets all over the place on the internet. It features a 3.8 to 4.3 max boost. It's a 4-core, 8-thread, but honestly, it's not going to speak enough justice to how good this processor is. It's already been benchmarked against Intel's flagship processor from 3 years ago, and that's like triple the price of what it's selling at, which is 120 bucks. Now, I really need to point out that this PC build isn't going to be 100% available right now due to this processor. That's because this processor is really popular and it's already being sold out. So you can't really find it on Amazon, but you will starting on May 21st, I believe. So once you can, make sure you get your hands on this thing because it is 100% worth it. Now, for the motherboard, it's probably one of the toughest times to find a motherboard right now. It's not ideal because you're probably gonna need a BIOS update for B450 motherboards. With that being said, I would definitely check out my last video because that motherboard comes with a BIOS update and it's very friendly for beginners who are building this budget PC. However, if you really need this thing built, I'm including a different motherboard that probably doesn't have the BIOS update, but it's a B450 DS3H for around $73. You can either find this on Amazon or Newegg, but at the time of recording, all of these parts should be in stock. I like that this motherboard at least has 4 DIMM slots, which you should be fine to upgrade for many gigs of RAM. I think it's very reliable, and the only true downside is that you might need a BIOS update for this motherboard. I actually have this motherboard. Moving on to the graphics card, prices are fluctuating like crazy right now, so I want to keep it as consistent as possible and pretty low, but also keep the value very high. With that said, I chose a GTX 1650 Super. It's gonna give you great performance for a good price at around $160. Next up is our RAM, and in the past, I was able to find this deal for around 70 bucks. Right now it's going for around 77 to 80, I believe, on Newegg. I was alternating between Amazon and Newegg to find these parts, but either way, it's a relatively good price for the 3200 megahertz and in total 16 gigs of RAM. I'm obviously using dual channel. So now for the storage, I'm actually really excited to say we have 2 options now. Since we do have a $600 budget build, I was able to invest more into our storage options, which means I have a hard drive for 1 terabyte at 40 bucks. It's a Western Digital, nothing fancy there, 7200 RPM, should do you just fine. And now I'm adding an SSD that's around 240 gigabytes for $32. It's from AData. I think I actually have something similar to this from this brand myself. So definitely reliable, very good price at $32. Next up is our power supply. And it's really hard to find one actually because I checked this morning and prices are actually going super high up. You're finding 400 watt power supplies and 500 watt power supplies for the exact same price. So I figured why not just go with a 500 watt power supply since this build is in a way focused on upgradability. Now for 50 bucks, we were able to get a Thermaltake series 500 watt power supply. It's a very reliable power supply in my opinion. You're not really going wrong. I just wish power supplies were just more consistent in their pricing. And lastly, for the case, we're slapping it all together and putting this in a Thermaltake S100, a very good value case. I'm actually surprisingly not going with a Cooler Master. Either way, I think this is actually a really good looking, sleek design. It's around $60, which is not too expensive, but you're getting what you're paying for. I also love the features that it has in cable management. It also has a power supply shroud, which is rare to see at this price point sometimes. And it comes with a 120 millimeter rear fan pre-installed. Now you might want to get some extra fans for airflow, but that's really all up to you. It's not gonna fry your computer if you wait a couple weeks until you get them. In hindsight, making PC builds right now isn't the most ideal thing in the world. That's the honest truth, it's not. Usually you can find things for a lot cheaper and the availability is usually so much better. If you're new to this, it's not always like this. So with that being said, I do want to point out that, hey, If you have to buy something from the used market, you have to do what you have to do, search from third-party sellers, things like that to get the prices and the parts that you need. I definitely recommend doing so. With that being said, I hope you guys found this video useful. If you have a question on PC build or an idea for a next video, make sure to leave a comment down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.